I never thought this island was normal. Exactly. I mean, there are giant obelisks floating in the sky for Pete's sake. Not to mention that cave I found, which hit a platform similar to those at the base of said obelisks. Well, similar, except for those oddly shaped holes that were carved into its podium. I guess I just didn't care about all that. So as long as I had my beautiful, unique, untainted ecosystem to study, I was happy. But now... No, I shouldn't write it off just yet. Not before I arrive at Rockwell's. There's still a chance that my data is off or that I missed something obvious. I won't give up on my paradise just yet.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. And on the last episode we talked about how we were gonna attack an alpha, but it looks like we are gonna deal with two alphas actually. There's a raptor there that's fighting it out, and then over there to our right it's the Carno that we had seen on the previous episode. And so I think I'm gonna take on the Carno first. The Carno is, well, they're both easy, but the Carno does less damage just because it's easier to hit it without it reacting the way it needs to. So all I'm really gonna do is just hit it. It'll hit me every once in a while, but typically it'll just kind of chill for the most part. Just gotta be a little bit lower here. And this is pretty much all we're gonna do. It's more time consuming than anything. It's not really all that dangerous. So the only thing that we have to worry about, of course, are other things that might want to attack us that tend to fight for the alphas. Oh, I got a little low there, but the hit it does, it's kind of weird. It doesn't always hit you, so that's you would think that these guys would be really super tough. Like the Rexes are pretty tough, but even with the Rexes we can use little things here and there depending on what we have. If we have another Rex, then they're pretty easy to deal with. Even if your Rex is not all that tough, but you have to position yourself. These guys, like I said, are probably the easiest, and then the Raptors. Because the Raptor will take a few hits, quite a bit more than this guy does. That's for sure. And our RG has plenty of stamina, so I think we can kill it without ever having to stop for stam. Once I kill this one, then I'll probably go after the Raptor. But it looks like the Raptor is plenty busy right now with some RG, so that's good because the RGs are gonna soften them up for me. And it looks like we got about 1600, almost 1700 seconds, so this is gonna be actually really good XP, and we should be able to pick up another level or two. It all depends on how much this guy's gonna give us, but we do have two alphas, so like I said, I think it'll be some really good points. That is for sure. And the other thing is, ever since they made the change where you kill dinos and they spawn as soon as you get out of that little area, it makes this really nice because I guess you can technically keep on doing rounds around this island and just killing everything you see, and eventually you end up getting these alphas, which like I said, it's nice. Or at the very least you end up getting some more Rexes and things like that. And I'm already in the hunt for some good Rexes. After we're done with this, we're gonna do some chores because I gotta get some spark powder and other things going, because we need to be able to make some polymer and also some electronics. And at the same time we gotta try to get higher levels as quick as we can. So we're gonna be collecting some more notes. But I know that these episodes have been a little long because I've been trying to show basically as much as I can. But I do realize since these are going a little long, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to shorten them up and just kind of cut to the good stuff. Alright, so we got the Cardinal taken care of. And this guy decided to come after us. So I ended up having to fight both of them at the same time, but I'm still doing alright. I did end up having to stop for a bit to get my stam back because fighting two of these guys, you know, it does drain your stam. But this guy's about to be done as well. And then we'll see how we did as far as points. And then we are gonna go and check on Batman because to make sure that he's alright. I haven't seen anything come up, and I think that we're kind of, I don't know, we might not be far enough. Alright, there we go. So that's the second one. And we still have 1200 seconds. Now let's go check on Batman real quick, and then we'll do the levels. Oh, it looks like somebody hit it. Or something hit it. Because that's not where I put him. But it's okay. 17 levels. Nice. So I want Fluffy Chicken to be up to 5k. And then we'll work on the weight. So yeah, we'll get there in no time. Because now from here on out, I'm mostly going to be working on weight. And it looks like we got our 71st level. So that is pretty nice. I might as well put it on health. Sweet. Alright. So I think everything is looking pretty good. Let's get rid of our junk that we don't want in here. And I'm happy about getting a couple of those tools. Ooh, nice. Look at this. Excellent. Alright, so now we just gotta get rid of the prime. I don't really want to carry because we're not gonna make it back in time to cook it. So we're just gonna dump it. And I can a lot of this stuff we can use, so I think that's pretty good. So now we'll just get our Batman to follow us. And hopefully he won't be getting stuck on us because that would be terrible. If that's the case, then I'll just have to fly Batman back and have Fluffy Chicken follow us. Yeah, you see that? That's such a pain. But we'll see you back at the base. Trying to cut the fat here. Alright, so now we are back and hey, what is level is this? 85. We're gonna do some work here because we need to work on the spark powder like I mentioned before and see how much nicer this is. Oh, this is so much better. And our seconds are kind of dwindling down, but that's alright. We're gonna pick up a lot more after we're done with all this. We gotta work on the spark powder so we can do some more gunpowder. That's what it is, gunpowder. And then after that, after we're done with that, we'll pick up some metal here, but a little bit, not too much. And then we will go and do a little circle, and we're gonna get most of the notes that we typically get at the beginning of the level up run. At least that's my plan. Hopefully everything works out well. Although I don't know what's going on with my server. There's some issues where every now and then I keep on getting kicked. I get an error code and we get kicked. So I'm hoping that nothing like that happens when we're fighting alphas, because that, but then our stuff is gonna die, and it's gonna be terrible. Because I've already gotten kicked a few times. So I don't know if it has something to do with any of the updates that are going on or not. But when I looked it up on the internet, it looks like a lot of people are having issues. And we didn't have these kind of issues on our Xbox servers. That's for sure. Oh, so slow. Alright, so here we have a pretty decent amount of metal. And I should have some wood to take care of that we got with the Terracino. And now we are gonna take care of the spark powder. As you can see, I mean, we have a pretty decent amount in there already, but we're just gonna constantly keep on doing this, because we got plenty of charcoal now to do our gunpowder. And this is gonna be an ongoing thing, so we'll just go ahead and keep on doing a little bit more, and then we'll head out to do the obsidian. Alright, so here we are at the obsidian motherlode, where there's a ton of obsidian. We're not gonna get a lot from each obsidian rock, because I don't know why. It's just we don't get much. But and even the Yankee, once I bring the Yankee eventually over here, that's the plan. Even the Yankees, I mean, they don't really get all that much. I think that the best thing to use would be the Dodeki. But it's okay, we'll get plenty. That, I mean, basically what we need, because we don't need to overdo it anyway, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But I do need a lot of this crystal as well. So we'll just take care of both at the same time. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and take care of this. What we came here for. I know I need the crystal for something. I just can't remember what. But it'll come to me. But this is since I do this so much, or I've done it so much, it's kind of automatic for me. So I tend to just go in certain steps without even really thinking about it too much. It's just typically what I do. The only difference here is that we don't have to do as much, only what we need. This is going to be our very first one in a big circle that we're going to do. And look at this, what we have down there. So we'll just remember that for later. Because all we're going to do is we're going to keep on getting a bunch of these notes. And I'm also keeping an eye out for Rexes. So every time I see a Rex, I want to make sure I look to see what level it is, because I believe that there's at least a high level one around here at 135 or better, and that's what we're looking for. But if you guys have watched the Level Up run, this is a pretty familiar area that we always tend to hit. And so I plan on getting, let me see, 2, 3, somewhere around at least 10 notes. I'm gonna try to do a circle basically, and I'm gonna end up back over here. So in the end, we are going to deal with that Carno. If we see another alpha anywhere, we'll just take care of it then. There's one right over here, real close to, there it is, right there. So that's 2, and there's gonna be 3, 4, 5. So just so there's a total of 5 that are just in this little tiny area. And we got our 72nd level. And I mean, we still got a long ways to go, obviously, because we need to reach 100 at the very least. And I'm hoping that by the time I'm around 98 or 99, I am able to do at least one boss. And I'm hoping also that we find a decent UT, because that makes a pretty significant difference. But if we don't, it's okay. I'll just make sure I have plenty of Rexes, including some on standby in case we lose some. So, you know, that's remains to be seen. I like those tech raptors, but I know that they're kind of useless to us at this point in time, or in this series. They're pretty useless, so they're not gonna help us at all. So there's no reason. Although like I said, I really do like the way they look and stuff. And I also like some of the parasaurs. Some of the colors are pretty sweet. All right, so this one, okay, there we go. I was gonna say this one is a little harder to find, but there it was right away, so that's kind of nice. So that's our third one. And then there's one up here. We go towards the water. This is typically the way I would go anyway. The only difference is that we're flying instead of running, so that may kind of mess us up a little bit on some of these, because it is different and we can get there a lot faster. So sometimes I misjudge and I end up going the wrong way. So hopefully we won't do that, but I think that I just did. I think I turned too early. Yeah, because there should be a rock right here, so that means that we're off by a little bit. So it's this area up here. That's kind of funny that I had just mentioned that too. So that's 4, and then we have one right over here by the water. But of course, you guys already know all this, so I'll just kind of skip here and there just to kind of shorten this episode a bit. Alright, so now we are over at this one hill. And we're already doing pretty good on the weight. But this is the hill that typically we go up and over. We go kind of towards the side a little bit. Oh, nice. There's an alpha, so we might as well take care of that. Oh, and a Rex. We don't want that Rex to come over. Stop running, you. At 84, it shouldn't take us all that long. Unless it's a much higher level. Oh, crap. Where'd you go? This is a pretty nice color one. I like these white ones. Yeah, albinos. And see how a little stinker, it takes a few shots. I mean, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but oh crap, these guys we have to worry about because they do try to jump at you, and if Imagine if they were to take us down. Oh, that would be a catastrophe. But this one's about dead. There we go. And the alphas don't jump at us, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm excited because, well, I won't get my next level, at least not on this one. I shouldn't, because we are getting on the mid 70s. Ooh, you're almost dead. And we are getting a whole bunch of seconds back, so that's really good. The RG, hopefully at least 2 to 3 levels, maybe. Where did that Rex go? Oh, it only got one? Really? Man. So it's starting to get a little high. Oh, crap. Oh, it looks like the Rex might be fighting over here. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to get ourselves some silica pearls, because we're gonna need that for our electronics. And we already made it up here pretty far, so from here, once I get what I need, well, I'm gonna try to get a bunch, but I mean, it just depends on our health, because it is a pretty cold area here, so our health is gonna start going down. And so I don't want to stay over here too long, but we are gonna get as many of these as we can. And my plan is to go back and get the rest of the notes after this, and hopefully go at that Alpha Carno. And as you can see, I'm about 80% on my next level, so I should be able to get it once we take care of that Carno. But we also have to be very careful right through here, because we could be taken out by a saber. So let's go ahead and put something down, so just in case, you always gotta be prepared. And this is an area that you can spawn at, but it doesn't always work out the way you expect, because even though the area is a bit more south, sometimes you end up here. So that's just like a random thing. So we cannot depend on the spawn points, basically what I'm trying to say. So anytime that you're in this area, that's what you want to do. You want to put down your sleeping bag just to make sure you're nice and close. And plus, you can't afford to go too far, because the cold will kill you, especially if we're naked. And as you can see, I already lost a bit. But this is the best area to collect these silica pearls at the beginning. Once we get ourselves a dolphin, then it's going to be a completely different thing, because when it comes to that, ooh, I see sharks. Because when we have a dolphin, we'll be able to get into all those underwater caves, and those are full of silica pearls and oil nodes and crystal. So once we get that, then we're going to be having an easier time of this. But right now, for the start, this is a pretty good way to start things. Oh, nope. That thing will catch me in no time. So I don't want any part of that. And plus, we're also starting to lose our health. We lost about a third already. So we need to take care of business over here, and if we get to half, that's about the best, or the worst. I don't know. We might have enough, so we might go back. But we could always kill a few things. And there's plenty of stuff in this area, so it looks like there's some crazy stuff going on over there. So we could go over there and just kill everything that we see there. So I'm just gonna collect this one. So that's 17 more silica pearls. And I think we should do it. I think we should go and pick a fight with these guys. Just because we could use the points. And look at that. That is like all these guys can go down at around the same time. So we might as well get in the fight. And it looks like all these guys are mate boosted. That's why we're only getting 56 out of it instead of the usual 80 something. Ooh, 135. Wow. Hey, get out of they ate my kill. Ah, look at that guy trying to jump me. We'll take care of this RG after we're done with this guy. Yeah, what level is this? What I should do is I should pick it up, but that's okay. We'll just kill it like this. 150. Wow. Okay. But they're still useless, so I still wouldn't get it. But I was wondering why it was taking so long. I just wish we could find something like a 150 that was something different, right? So something that we could use, not these little guys. But these little guys, you'll find 150s. You'll find some of those, some wolves, some sabers, just the smaller stuff. But it's like the devs know which ones are really useful and which ones are not. Alright, so we have a couple of notes right through here. And I already got the one down there. I already got the one on the left, so all I need is the one that is right in by the tree that's right in front of us. And then from here, we're gonna head down towards the waterfall. And we really just need to get these points. We gotta put them into really good use to get the most out of them. The only thing that I can think of, to be honest, is just killing alphas, because I mean, we could build stuff, but I don't want to waste my time with all that. And it's something that we definitely need. Like, we do need the behemoth gates, but we'll take care of that. That's not a big deal. And then we can also, I don't know how much for my main building that I'm gonna build over by the volcano. I don't really know how much I should make, but I think what I'm gonna do with that is I am going to make a floor, and I'm gonna kind of leave it open. And I think as long as I put some of those species X plants, I'll be able to basically keep it kind of safe. The worst thing that could possibly hit us up there would be a Rex. Unless you're on the other side of the volcano, then that's where the Gigas spawn, and you don't want that. Whoa, what's going on here? See, I don't want any part of that, because those Pachyrhinos can do their little smoke or whatever, and they can drain your stam. Ooh, 125. See, that could be useful, but not for boss fights. But it could be useful because we could take it down to one of the underwater caves. Not the super hard one, but the one over at the west side. But I would still rather take a sausage over there instead of that. There are some other uses that we could use that for, but we also would be dealing with the whole torpor thing, which that tends to go pretty fast, and that's I don't know if I want to deal with that, at least right now. I don't think I want to, and unless if we find Rexes, then I won't even bother with these guys. So we have three more, I think, to get, and then we'll head over to the Carno. And I didn't want to cut this off just because, I mean, I did cut some of them off, but I just wanted to show, like, especially our newer people that are watching this, you know, I just wanted you to see that these are very beneficial. And they do help you get to the levels that you need a lot quicker. And so I didn't want to just go through it and cut this whole piece off. But I think I'm just going to do this last one. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that off there. And then we'll see you again once I get to that Carno. Nice. 73. So things are looking pretty good, but so I need one more note. I'm gonna get that, and then we'll head over to the Carno. Now it's time for this Carno to deal with us. And I mean, I don't have any, as you can see on the little level arrow to the right above our weight. There, I mean, we have nothing there, so we're not gonna get another level out of this. But if I can get at least half, that would be pretty nice. And I am gonna try to keep these episodes between 30 minutes and 45 minutes, and you guys can let me know what you think about that, because I know that the other ones were fairly long, and like I said before, it is hard to show everything, and like I don't know how else I would do it. Otherwise, I mean, the episodes themselves would be kind of boring as well, because a lot of what I do is just going around and looking a lot, covering a lot of map, just looking for high-level stuff that I need. And that just it seems silly, and of course Vixen and I were talking about that, and I mean, she agreed. She was like, yeah, for you to show everything is just yeah, it's just a waste of time for a lot of people, and you know, they don't want to see that. They want to see more of the, I guess, the action, or kind of like the progression. But for me to just kind of look around for hours on end, which I do, and it sucks, but you know, that's part of the game. And then we also were throwing around that maybe, well, we could stream, and of course that would be boring itself. But see, I cannot commit to that, because a lot of time, I mean, we do have a family, and a lot of times we do go places, and I just don't know that I could keep that kind of schedule. As it is, it's kind of tough for us sometimes, because we do miss some days. Like this last weekend we missed. We were busy doing other things, and then of course I also have to do some, you know, chores around the house. So that takes up a lot of time, a lot of my time, especially this coming spring. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to get ahead on this a little bit. So at least if I miss, you know, we'll still be able to put something up. Alright, so this guy is almost done. But the one that's being more of a pain is that Therizino. So I'm hoping to take care of both of them at the same time. The Therizinos actually give you a pretty decent amount of XP, so whenever you see one, don't hit. Oh crap. Did I kill it? Oh, okay. Oh, it's not coming after me. Sweet, look at all those. But the Therizino's gonna destroy them. They're not like the Rexes. The Rexes are doomed whenever they mess with those the Morphodons. But watch. See, there goes one. There goes two. Yeah, you can't mess with those Therizinos. Not with the Morphodons, at least. So now at least they are keeping that busy. So we'll take care of this and hopefully we'll kill it before it's done. Oh, and there's another one right there. Oh wow, that was just a level 10. Alright, man, I didn't even get that much, but it looks like the RG did get at least one level. We have so much junk in here. So much junk. Alright, so I won't make it back, but we could use the hide. And I'm debating whether I should kill this Therizino or not. That is so much prime. But it's just gonna go to waste, unfortunately. And I think what I'm gonna do now is I need to head over to the south. And we are gonna hit the beaver areas. Cause see, there's one right there that I wish I could jump into, but this area right here is a little dangerous, especially with this thing walking around. But there should be some over by the southern Isles, and there's a few spots. Actually, there's 2 spots that I can hit, and that should give us some. So we're gonna do that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. So I will see you next time.